Managing cash flow is today one of the most critical elements in any law firm. Most law firms today are struggling to make sure that they have enough cash in the bank to pay the three most important expense items that they have. One is their labor costs, staff, attorneys, and so forth. The other is occupancy, sometimes called rent. The third is insurance, whether it be health insurance or malpractice insurance. Insurance is a major component of the cost elements for any law firm. With respect to staff, what many law firms are doing, in fact, is to cut their labor cost. They're lowering the salaries and compensation paid to the folks within the law firm by anywhere from 3 to 5% on average. Partners are taking cuts in their draws. Associates are being told that instead of being paid $160,000, for example, as a first year, they're going to get $125,000. Some who have been hired but yet have not started are being told delay your introduction date from, say, September of '09 to September 10, 2010. Some are being told, we'll take you on now, but you cannot work in the law firm. You have to get yourself engaged in a public interest law firm, and if you do, we'll pay you $75,000 stipend. There are some tremendous changes going on in labor costs and in compensation packages. This is only one element. Take a look at what's happening to you personally and be alert to changes within your own law firm's environment to see how it's being how you are being impacted. Whether you're a partner whose draw is coming down or if you're an associate whose compensation or at least bonus might be at risk. In today's environment, one of the things that really gets us into trouble very, very fast is living beyond our means. It's okay if our means, so to speak, are constricted, so long as we're still able to live within those boundaries that are set up for us. Another element that I mentioned is the occupancy. There are a number of lawyers, especially sole practitioners, who are thinking about giving up their office suite, so to speak, and working out of the house. In other words, becoming a virtual office. I have to caution you it's okay to be a virtual office. It's not okay to be a virtual lawyer. Clients need to have contact with their lawyers. They need to know that their lawyers are alert to their needs. They need to know that they can connect with their lawyer anytime that they need to. Technology today gives us a great deal of freedom to become the virtual law office. But those lawyers who think in terms of being a virtual lawyer may find themselves on the wrong side of the scale. The third element of cost is insurance. Health insurance is a big number today, and it's evident by the tremendous political wrangling that's going on, not only in Washington, but all over the country. I'm not sure to what degree that you can alter the health insurance cost to your law firm, but I do know that those numbers can be negotiated and altered, at least to some degree. Errors and omissions or malpractice insurance is another element. The State Bar now has submitted a proposed rule to the Supreme Court of California that would require lawyers to disclose to clients and prospective clients that they do not have malpractice insurance if in fact that be the case. And out of more than 150,000 lawyers, that impacts about 30,000. Not a great number, but certainly there was a great brouhaha about it. What came out of that discussion is the fact that insurance rates for malpractice coverage can vary anywhere between $4,000 and $7,000. Few are able to get it for less, and some are actually paying more. So it's a big number. Shop it around. There are insurance brokers who can help you lower that number. Another thing to take cognizance of is that most policies Once the premium is set and the date of the policy is set, do not adjust for a decrease in the number of lawyers or even an increase in the number of lawyers until the next premium period. So to some extent, if you hire, take a look at what your premium due date is and act accordingly. If you're close to that date one way or the other, you have some leeway in order to save some money. Yes, those are the three primary cost areas that you can contain or at least have some impact on. Many of the other areas are too small to really pay a lot of attention to. However, I think what you'll find is that taken together, those other elements make up a significant portion of your cost exposure in running the law firm. Let's turn for a moment to the revenue side. Here, you cannot control revenue. Surprise, surprise. The only one who can control the revenue is the client. If the client has a need that cannot be postponed, if the client has a need that they want you to address right now, there is revenue. To the extent that they can postpone it or delay it or eliminate it altogether or take care of it themselves, our revenue goes down. So be alert to the client. Understand what the client wants, what the client needs. Don't just take the client, listen to the client's dilemma, and then run off because you know what needs to be done to protect the client. Make sure that you connect with the client by asking them what it is that they want. Create a budget for the client of time, resources, and money so that the client can buy into it and make sure that the client understands what's going to happen and accepts it. You'll get your payment faster. In today's world, the collection of accounts receivable from the time of engagement to the payment, the time of work to the payment, is anywhere from 4 to 5 months. It is a tough road, and make sure that you are monitoring your collections. As I speak to you today, the Dow has gone above 9,000 again, but that's no solace for the individual law firm that is suffering the consequences of their clients and their suffering, which then impacts our revenue, which then impacts our operation. Pay attention to the management of your cash flow, and you'll be well served. Thanks for joining us today. This is Ed Pohl on the road again.